Please let me know if everything is working. We are going to get started in just a minute. But yeah, hi, hello. Hopefully everyone is doing well today. Seems functional. That's good. That's good. So hello, Alex. Hello, Pokemon. Hello, Brink. Hello, Boulder. Hello, Gideoneer. Dropped Frame. Cogs right. I think I said hi to Alex, but yes, hello, Alex, and Ready. And Cogs right immediately redeemed crack open a pack, so I have to do that. But today, I guess I can talk while I'm opening stuff. Hopefully, everyone is doing a-okay on this Wednesday. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say I'm a solid 2 right now, but that's okay. We are going to have a great time. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the raid, Sidere. Thank you so much for the raid. It's really appreciated. I swear we're doing something productive. We just have to open a pack of Pokemon cards first. Welcome in, raiders. My name is Oriana Aura. Thank you so much for the raid. It's super appreciated. I am a inventing VTuber. I make random inventions. Today, we are going to be making a brain-to-chat interface. So we may slightly struggle with that, but feel free to drop a follow and have a good time. Hopefully you had a good time. It looks like you were doing like some house construction stuff on your stream. Hopefully everything's okay. Or well, if you need someone to talk to, let me know. Anywho, yes. So, anyways, Cogs right redeemed a pack, so I have to open a pack. Apologies. So we're gonna have to do something not like directly stim related, but that's okay. So we thank you so much for following Darebrained. It's really appreciated. Okay, so just as like a heads up, there's a solid chance. Yeah, we were playing House Flipper. I did Christmas decorations despite it being November because I'm festive and cannot be stopped. Nice. Oh no, I have to open up. Listen. You know, I only have like several packs. I only have a handful of packs left, so you know. We shall see. We shall see. But yes, good to hear that you were playing House Flipper. We are just, again, going to be working on a brain-to-chat interface. Hello, Milk. Long time no siege. It's gonna be interesting. It is going to be interesting today, I would definitely say. I'm addicted to the other cardboard crack. I could get some Magic the Gathering packs. But yes, apologies. Again, I just have to go through this. I'm so sorry. But yeah, we are going to have a great day today, I guess. Nodders. Okay, yeah, and that's it. And yeah, you yoink the pack if you want. Anyways, let's get started. So for a brain-to-chat interface, we are going to need several things. We're going to need some resistors. We are without a doubt going to need some operational amplifiers to amplify our brain signals. We may or may not utilize some force resistive sensors. I've been vacationing. Nice. That's very cool to hear. That's very cool to hear. Nice. Where'd you go? But yeah. So we might use some force sensitive / bin like sensitive resistors or something. I'm not 100% sure about that. And then we are also going to need a small ton of electrodes. And if you are still around, if not, feel free to raid and run. But if you are still around, Side Area, I did a very bad idea. And I want to write an academic paper. I want to write an academic paper about the taste of crayons. So yeah. Anyways, I just need to open this guy. Nodders, you don't. No, okay, so, like, again, I got the data for it. Like, again, I got the data. I already did, like, the, like, mean averaging, standard deviation, made sure nothing fell outside of standard deviation, did, like, cross-references. So I think in theory I could make a paper about it. But I'm not sure if that would be... if that would, Sai was lurking. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure if that could be, a good idea or not. I was thinking about doing it potentially, though. So we are going to be using electrodes. We'll probably start with these on my arm, but these are eventually going to go in my head somewhere. It would be an incredible April Fool's Day preprint, at least. Okay, yes. I will see if I can get that. I will submit that to both Nature and Science. Both Nature and Science will definitely work out, Nodders. They'll definitely accept me. Yeah, even though they reject my other papers, they'll surely reject or take that. Anyways, okay. So getting started with this, let me see if I'm able to pull up a rough image of what we're going for here. Give me just a sec. Okay, so let me just get this guy open. All right, so this is the circuit that we're going to have to be implementing along with some other circuits. Essentially, we're going to be using an instrumental amplifier and then using some reference electrodes by both checking our grounds and then our measurement across different muscle groups or our head in order to see if we can, if we're able to get the electrical impulse. So the general idea here is if we put it at different locations and we have good enough like sampling, in theory, we should be able to communicate with Twitch. Again, this is the start of a pretty big project. You may or may have not guessed that. I'm slightly worried. I'm slightly worried about the feasibility of this experiment, but we shall see, you know. Surely we can make this. We can make this happen, right? Those pads seem quite large for your head. I could cut them down. I could, without a doubt, cut them down. Also, a practical step. Okay. Oh, Barcelona. That's super cool. That is super cool. Alright. Once we get the very basics of the circuit working, we're probably going to port it over to a perforated board or pref board, and then... yeah. Let's do it. Okay. So circuitry first. Okay. Then we are essentially going to need... oh, we're also going to need power for our guys. So, okay, funnily enough, I actually make parts of electrodes for magnetic brain stimulation. Nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. Right, we're probably going to be using a dual amplifier. I'm thinking the LM... the LM... we're probably going to use this guy over here. Oh, sorry. We're going to use this guy over here, which is the LM358P 10-piece dual amp operational amplifier. So we need to go ahead and grab that data sheet. We're going to need 2 at least. We're probably going to need 3, but we'll start with 2. Right. Okay, actually we need 3. We without a doubt need 3. Have to get 3 to start. Okie dokie. Op amps? Oh wait, do you not like op amps? Oh, sorry, the lighting's struggling just a tiny bit. Op amps are pretty cool, you know. I think op amps are pretty awesome. Alright. Reference electrode. Circuitry. I think we're good. Again, I tried to do, like, the least amount of preparation as physically possible. Yeah, step 1, 5-5 timer. Step 2, 741 op amp. Step 3, take over the world. Yeah, exactly. Imagine prep. Yeah, imagine prep for making a brain to chat interface, guys. That would be crazy. again, I like to go for the vibes of us, like, kind of doing this in, like, a hackathon style. So I feel like it's kind of cheating to do pre-work. I just need some small resistors. Probably 10 should be fine. Okay. Just make it up as we go. Exactly, exactly. There's our 100. And we are probably gonna need whatever we're gonna multiply this bad boy by. We'll start with 5k, I think. Right. We can always grab more resistors. I have multiple, like, resistor kits. Shouldn't be too bad. Not gonna lie, op amp is my favorite design rabbit hole. Oh, great. Yes, so there's a good chance that we are going to have to do both. You call it a hackathon, but I haven't seen one 48-hour stream yet. I guess you're right. That's fair. It's very fair. Oh, 1 second. Okay, there we are. I just need to... I want to turn this down ever so slightly. It's just slightly too loud for me. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull up the data sheet for these guys. They should be running on 9 volts. I hope they're running on 9 volts. 48-hour stream confirmed. The only way I would do, like, a 48-hour stream or, like, even a 24-hour stream would be for a charity or something. I would never do that willingly. See if you guys are able to see the writing on the silk screen here. Or, well, actually, this isn't a silk screen. So, LM358P. Let's go ahead and look that guy up. Infinite stream is when we get control of Ori's brain. Yeah, no. I don't think that I'm going to let you guys take control of my brain, no offense. I worked very hard for that, okay? I worked very hard for that. Please don't. Please don't take that. Data sheet. Okay. Luckily, it's a TI data sheet, so it should be very available. Okay. I'm pretty sure it runs on plus or minus 9 volts. Should be fine. So we are going to need some 9-volt battery holders. Battery. Where did I put the battery holders? I know I put them somewhere. Are they in MISC? 1 second, let me grab the battery holders real quick. Actually, surely I have them on the... I was gonna say surely I have them on the table, but that might not be the case. And let's go zoom out a little. Alrighty, let me grab the battery thingies. Just a moment. Just a moment. Okie dokie. Oh, hello, Shaq. Man. Okay. I wonder if we could reprogram Ori to not like McDonald's. No, sorry, that is actually stuck in my non-volatile memory. Or, like, you can't flash over that memory. I'm sorry, guys. That's what's known as a feature. Again, sorry, I'm just looking for a second 9-volt battery holder. We thinking sounds at bits today? What do you mean by thinking sounds at bits? Okay, I might just strip that guy out. I think I can strip this guy for its parts. Okay. That will have to do. Let's grab feature. Yeah, it's a feature. Okay, hear me out. McDonald's is just convenient, okay? Also, dude, guys, they opened a McDonald's even closer to me. Like, it's like they did, like, research. on where to place the newest McDonald's, and they chose one that's like even closer. Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's literally on the same street. It's great. I'm looking forward to it so much. Okay. Let's go ahead and ship this guy out. So are we going to do low voltage electroshock therapy? No, in theory, what should happen, if everything works as expected, which, that's a big if. That's a big, big if. Oh, thank you so much, Cogsright, for gifting a sub to Muke and to Sidearea. I forgot to say thank you for that so much. But thank you so much. It's very much appreciated. But yes. Didn't you already pick where to live based on proximity to McDonald's, or did they put one even closer? So yes, I usually pick places to live based on proximity to McDonald's, unironically, for the past few places. So, you know, perhaps not the greatest of ideas, but it is ideas of all time. Right, I just need a wire stripper. Also, I feel like you guys lack vision. Dude, I still have to make the McDonald's. I still have to... I mean, I'm 380 years old, so quite a few times. I still have to grab the... or his house just seems to burn down, no idea why. Yeah, exactly, exactly. I'm just gonna cut this guy. This looks like 20 gauge wire if I were a guessing person. Give me a sec. It do be 20. Okay. Wait, what were you talking about? McDonald's? But yes, I do in fact, I do in fact choose where to live based on proximity to McDonald's and work. I don't have a problem. Y'all have a problem. Gonna strip just a bit more. I am going to turn on my soldering iron because we are gonna have to solder some stuff real quick. I don't think I've been in McDonald's in over 15 years. I don't think I've eaten McDonald's in like a day, which is a long time for me. Borgor good. Yes, exactly, Uranic Fiend. I'm glad you understand on an emotional level what it is like to consume McDonald's. Okay. Slightly more isn't this as well. Okay, so we are just going to have to attach male ends to these, which won't be too bad. Shouldn't take too long. Again, I am anticipating this project, A, to be difficult, and, you know, a little nervous. Oh. McBorcore, good, but see, I'm not really a huge fan of that stuff. I'm more of a fan of their breakfast options. I'm not a huge fan of anything else besides maybe their chicken nuggets. Oh, thank you so much for gifting a sub Cogsright to Runic Fiend. That's very much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Official story. Fries? Oh yeah, I love fries. Who doesn't love fries though? I feel like that goes without saying. I'm going to scream. Whoa, don't do that. That's suboptimal in the current meta. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Absolute cogs. Okay. Then we just need to strip some wires and get this done. The sausage McMuffin is pretty top tier. I had one of those yesterday. I agree. We'll just add a little bit of extra wire. Okie dokie. This is 18 gauge wire, so we'll just cut it on the 18 gauge. Also, these wire clippers are too big, man. I wanted to get like a nice pair. So I wanted to get like a nice pair of like wire thingy mabobbers. But oh, thank you so much for continuing your sub, Gideon here. Very much appreciated. I only have McDonald's after festivals, but that's what makes it special. Yeah, that's fair as well. Ooh, there we are. So Ellie, Ori, the Balding streamers. How many other streamers do you watch? Wait, Balding streamers? Wait, who's the Balding streamers? Inquiring minds need to know. Who's the Balding streamers? 4 gauge is better? Whoa, Cogs, you have a super cool thingy. Together for the goodest. I love your little thingy that's next to your name. Okay. I don't think that one's actually gonna need. Okay. Sorry about that. Again, this is just gonna take me a bit. Oh, balding with the boys. Okay. Sorry, I don't know why, but I misread that. Balding with the boys is like Mew, Ellie, sometimes Crelly. Wait, is Crelly on there? Also, listen, if you work in the sciences long enough, you will be balding. Doesn't matter. Not Crelly? Oh, okay. Dang, she's not balding yet? That's actually kind of surprising. But yeah, if you work long enough, you'll pull your own hair out eventually. At least that's the joke. Thank you so much for donating some bits, Spooky One. That's very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. Thank you so much. Crelly has replaced most of her hair with symbiotic mold ecosystem. Okay, that sounds interesting. And again, sorry for the little bit. Actually, we're not really like delayed or anything. Just feel like we're delayed. Oh, a little too big. Also, if you're ever like doing like circuitry stuff yourself and debating what type of wire to get, always get what's it called? Solid core wire. Never get non-solid. Oh, thank you so much for sharing bits, Brink. That's very much appreciated. Petition to get Ori to set things for YouTuber. Oh. That may or may not be in the near future. Get the cheapest wire you can find. Oh no, I would say get solid core wire. Because non-solid core wire is a big pain to work with. Oh, hello Topocato. I always just get random salvage and usually the same color wire as well. Huh, where do you get that? Because I usually get all my stuff pretty much online, because going outside is scary, and wars happen outside. But you are. Just pull the wires out of your wall, they're full of them. No, that's where people hide. That's where the white coats hide. Stranded core is needed for things that move, solid core is things for that do not. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I guess if you're doing like proper splicing and yeah. Let's get zoomed in, helping hands, get this guy soldered. This will take just a bit. Don't forget the shrink tubing. Do I have to? I can't just electrical tape it? Sorry, I'm looking for something. Looking for the shrink tubing, perhaps. Maybe. I don't see it. If I can't find it... Yeah. I mean, in theory, okay. I've had this for literal literally since my debut stream, I've never used it a single time. I actually have no idea how to use this. If Sparks was around, I could probably ask them. Though, let's go ahead and just get this guy soldered. Duct tape it is. Oh no, we're not going to use duct tape. We are going to use a proper material, electrical tape, which is fine, but, yar. Oh, need to turn on ventilation. And... okie dokie. Slide it on before you splice, solder the wire. Slide it on before you splice, solder the wire, slide it over the joint, and... oh, that's so much work, Boulder! And you talk about, like, they're separate. Crowley is the result of unification. Wait, unification of what? Oh, that's a bad joint. It's okay. Okay. I think that's gonna have to do for now. Okay. Yeah, I'll be fine. Not super great. But that is a-okay. We need some electrical tape. Electrical tape, electrical tape, electrical tape. Wherever... sorry, I cleaned up my workstation recently. So, you know how... I'm not sure if you guys, like, live in absolute filth. I don't, but, like... do you know, like, whenever you clean something up in, like, a dirty lab, that you, whenever you clean something up in a dirty lab, you essentially, like, forget where literally everything is. That is definitely, unfortunately, what I am dealing with right now. I've been... daily, yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, all the time? Good, good. I'm not alone on this. I'm not alone. Good. Very good. Okie dokie. I'll just use scissors, I guess. I literally cannot find a webcam because of this. Dude, I literally have a webcam that I just don't use that I was supposed to use for streaming that I just kind of forgot about. And I was just sitting there. I'll give the heat shrink a quick try, guys. Let's see, it should be... no promises, by the way. No promises that this works. I'll give it one try. We'll give it one try. I guess it would be easier to slide it over the one that's solid. You know, sometimes... actually, it probably doesn't need to be that thick either. Or not that thick, that long. Heat shrink is too silly. Crimp shrink fittings are easier. I'll have to take a look at those, Topocato. I've not actually heard of that until you've just said it right now. Okay, for people who don't know, brush-on is electrical tape. Oh, okay. Go ahead and get this guy together. Hold on, I actually need to clean off my iron just a bit. We have some oxidation occurring. Okie dokie. Oh, liquid tape? Nice. Very nice. Yar. Our solder may be just a tad bit too hot. Let's see, is that okay? We'll use our own thing as a little... that looks fine to me. Okay, but how do you... So, now once I've put the heat shrink over it, how do you... do I just, like, get close with the soldering iron to heat it up? Lighter? Oh, okay. That makes more sense. That's what's known as a sane and logical take. Oh, wait. Oh, dang it. If you have your bingos, we did just, unfortunately short our music because, you know, this is a load-bearing music device, actually. It's actually our speakers. Okay. Wait, why is it catching on fire? Is it supposed to do that? Oh, crud. Not that much. Turn the smoke sucker back on. Okay, so you guys said light it on fire. You guys said light it on fire, okay? What was it? Dude, it smells like a birthday cake now. Yeah, I think that's just a little crispy now. Hold on, I'm just gonna... Yeah, I'm just going to, don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna, like, wrap it in electrical tape and forget that we ever did that. Okay, how was I supposed to do that, guys? This is the whole... I mean, heat shrink. Well, okay. It's fine, it's fine. Why is it crispy? It's crispy because they said light it on fire. You're not supposed to light it on fire. Indirect heat. You heat around it. Okay, again, this is the part where it's difficult because I don't have, like, reading comprehension, okay? There's a good chance I actually have to, like, resolder this. I'm hoping that's not the case, but we shall see. Also, my hands are now like charcoal. Yippee. We said use the lighter? Yeah. I was filling out a job application, look over, just said... Okay, listen, just because I set a fire doesn't mean anything is going wrong here. I'm the most stable VTuber I know. Oh, wait, I have a question for you guys, okay? Am I a tech streamer, or am I a VTuber? Like, how would you describe me? Because I was curious about that. VTuber, stable, exactly. Stable just like my network connection. Yes and yes? The answer is yes. Okay, but if you had to choose one first, am I a tech streamer, or am I a VTuber first? That was the question I had. Both. VTuber. Both. Tech VTuber. Okay. I see quite a bit of different options there. Oh my gosh, it smells like it smells like someone like turned you're a tech VTuber. Technically VTuber. I'm technically a VTuber. Ah ha ha ha. I'll see myself out. Okay. Well, we just keep soldering. We keep moving onwards and upwards. The answers are 50-50 because it's both. I mean, yeah, I was just curious, like, if you had to choose one, like, you know, like cat gun, which you would choose. You do tech, but I think VTuber comes first in the order of operations. Are you guys really gonna make me try heat shrink again? Are you guys really gonna make me try heat shrink again? Yes, yes, okay. I will do it one more time. I will do it one more time. I don't have a hairdryer. Or wait, I might. Your first stream ever was shown a VTuber. I'm sorry. Your first ever stream was the first thing shown a VTuber model, or your desk with tech parts. It was my model. Actually, I think it was a PowerPoint. I think I legitimately just had like a PowerPoint as my first, like the first scene was a PowerPoint. To be fair, if you said you'd like to try streaming things other than tech, I would say you had to pick one, but you'd be a VTuber. Surely nothing will go wrong. Nothing's gonna go wrong. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. This is fine. This is fine. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, that's fair. Also, Ty, how are you doing today? You know, I was thinking about you today. As my boss likes to say, if this stuff was easy, everyone would do it. Yeah. Oh, good morning, Linted. Welcome in. Hopefully you're having a very good morning. We are finally using heat shrink Linted. Aren't you proud of us? Aren't you so proud of us? You should say yes before you scroll up. Please say yes before you scroll up. Hey, listen, using is a loose term. Okay, fine. Okay, I think that's fine. The tube is too big? That tube is too big? Nah, nonsense. Okay. Okay, so how does this work? I'm going to ask very I have to turn this off. No. Yes. Tip of the flame. Okay. Oh. 1 inch away. Okay, that's difficult, guys. Do you think dolphins know what measurements are? No. Hahaha. Didn't catch on fire. Also, this didn't work at all. Why would people use heat shrink? Guys, why do people use heat shrink? It was too big. The tube is too big. Okay. Okay, give me a second. Actually, now it's kind of stuck on there like a band-aid. Heat gun or hairdryer. Do you think I have either of those things? Oh, thank you so much for gifting a sub, Cogsright. It's very much appreciated. Just melt it more. Okay. Will that work? Heat it and press the sides. Okay, I'll give that a try. Blah, 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 blah. Yes and no. Yeah, I don't know about this. I will try one more time. I'll try one more time. Not like with this, but I'll try it with something else. Okay, I have gotten the word that it's time to pick up my sister. Okay. Have fun. Have fun at your literal social event, Poggers. Your model has shoulder-length hair. That seems like dry-length hair to me. I actually usually dry my hair with... Hold on, let me double-check if I have a hairdryer. I might. No, I do not. I have a solder... I have a curling iron, but... Have you tried thermite to heat it? No, I haven't, Spooky. I would have to give that a try, though I believe owning thermite's illegal. I got a bunch of those barbecue lighters from my robot team to heat shrink stuff, and now I'm concerned that that was a bad idea. That's okay. Listen, you have to have faith, Ready. Ready, you have to have faith that, literal high schoolers will be smarter than a VTuber on the internet. So, that's like 100%. It's like 100% chance. Oh, hello, Link400. Welcome back. It's been a while. Let us get this solder done. Hates college students, which decreases my confidence. That's how you know it's gonna work out. You didn't set it on fire award. Yippee. Thank you. My parents are very proud of me for not setting stuff on fire. Dude, my parents had such an easy not like easy upbringing, but like I was such a good kid. Okay, there we go. I'm wondering if Discord is losing money or something, if there's another promotion for Nitro. Probably. Okay. Give me a second. We are going to heat shrink the wire, and it's going to work. And then you guys are gonna say, wow, wow, you totally know what you're doing. You totally know what you're doing, Smile. And I'll be like, yeah. Get the smallest tube that will fit over the solder joint. I think this will be fine. You want one that's a little bigger? Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's okay. We're all about learning here. Not really, but... Zoom out a bit. My mom got me home to see me moving. See, that's how you know things are working, though. I don't know. What's the worst thing I ever did as a kid? Guys, what's the worst... I'm trying to think of what would count as worse. Like, are we talking unethical, or are we talking dangerous? Because I have answers for both. But... I cannot disclose the worst thing as I signed an NDA. Lower. Okay. Flame no touching. Okay. No, no. No, okay. Flame shouldn't touch the tube. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. You are the wind beneath my wings. Metaphorically. Metaphysically. No offense, but I don't think I'm ever going to use heat shrink again. The backseating is unreal. Well, okay, so I do... Is this a stream where people link NDAs? No. Dude, I distinctly have a rule that no linking NDAs. Leaking NDAs. Okay. Okay. Anyways, this was all just so we could... Dude, this turned out so bad. This was all just so we could solder some batteries for our line. This is why I use a soldering iron for my... See, I was gonna do that, Brink. Or not Brink, Wolf. But I decided not to. Okay. I got muted on OOS for backseating. It does say no backseating in the stream. I'm pretty sure it says no backseating. I could be wrong. Could be wrong, Shackman. But backseating is more than welcome here because that's the only way we're gonna get stuff done. But I was new. I'm pretty sure it says it in the rules. You know, the rules that you agree to when you enter the stream. Okay, this is a dual op amp, so we're probably gonna be able to use both. Wait, guys. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look. Hold on. Did you see it? That's the same image. That's the same image. You came out the door swinging as a first comment. We are trying to avoid... I'm not gonna burn my house down. Okay? Chill. Let me double check that we have the right alignment here. Give me a second. I need to check what each pin is. Okay, who was the psycho who didn't label this? Wait, did they seriously not label the sides? There's no way they didn't label the sides. Hold on. Okay, so you see that little divot there? That usually indicates a side. The problem is the little dip. The indent's typically the top. Yeah, the problem is their datasheet doesn't indicate that. There's a little, like, circle, but not a divot. But, I'm sure it's fine. What's the worst that could happen? And I do want it one more lower. Older chatters know if... Yeah, I do. By the way, I was very close to getting it. I was very, very close to getting it. I do have it handy and ready to go. I don't know. You know? Okay. Alright, circuitry. Okay, so top left here, we are going to need our supply voltage. Oh my gosh, why am I blanking on this? Hold on, let me see if I can find a better datasheet, because this datasheet's a little confusing to me. That is the same datasheet. Ah, there we go. Okay. Inputs, VCC, ground, V. Okay. So we're gonna put ground and voltage. Okay, so voltage goes in the top over here, so top right, top left to you guys, I guess. And then the bottom will be our ground connection. Okay. We will need some jumpers. Time to get jumped. Okie dokie. Deep breath, I'm calm. That's good. For that? You mean the big red hammer? We have those here. I mean, you do what you do, but I would put it out with my fingers. Yeah, I guess so. Therefore, we have no idea if the fire extinguisher works. I mean, okay, so like, yeah, the gauge is still at the right location. So I think it's fine. Like, the gauge is still says it's good. Oh, hey, Maple. Welcome in. We're just lighting stuff on fire. Ever so slightly. Okay. Alright. So we are going to establish a voltage rail. And... so this guy's going to be our voltage rail, and then we're going to power everything off of it for now. We have 2 because we may need 2 sets of batteries, but I don't think we're... there's a chance we won't. Large chance we won't. But hello, Maple. Something went wrong. Couldn't find it. Huh. Can I have a little fire as a treat? Let us... run some wires. I'm debating how I want to run this. Sorry. This is why you generally prep. Dude, who would be better with prep time, me or Batman? Because I think I am better with prep time. My node prep time. Like, imagine if I had prep time, guys. I'm actually just training on like 10 times gravity right now. Okie dokie. It is better than no prep. Exactly. I am literally Batman. I'm literally Batman. Okay. But then the stream wouldn't be fun, yeah. That's true too. And then ground. I think we can just use a little hopper for that. Little hopper. 10x gravity, very buff. Exactly. Guys, I'm super strong, okay? I'm the strongest streamer. I hear the statement of no prep time even on streamers who do it full time somehow. Okay, so TopoCat, it's fair. Like, it's kind of hard, man. It's hard to do both prep and thinking of ideas and actually executing them. It'd be difficult, is what I would say. Okay, let's see, what do we need next? Let us see if we have their image. Okay, so we have our op amps. We're gonna need a second set of op amps here. So, give me a second. Okay, so we will need 2 op amps for this at a minimum. Okay. Because this has 2 op amps in it, technically. Or, well, this has 2, like... Yeah, this has 2 op amps in it. Maybe I should have used a tri-channel. That would have made more sense, but... You know, if or buts were candies and nuts. Something, something, Merry Christmas. Could be smaller. Okay, and then once we do get this guy working, we will be swapping it over to a pref board, or perf board. Maybe. As fun as it would be to have a breadboard on my face, we probably could keep it on a breadboard, actually. Maybe we would keep it on a breadboard. I was gonna say we move it over, but, you know, maybe it makes more sense to keep it. Could keep it the way it is. It's perfectly fine the way it is. Bread. Mm-hmm. Dude, I really love breadboards. They're so convenient. Oh, I am sorry. Hey, A squared, welcome back. I would love to have a breadboard on my face. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about... The reason why we're using batteries instead of a power supply is because I'm kind of worried about, you know, like, shocking myself with a power supply. So that's why we are using batteries in this case, because technically you could use the... You could use the benchtop with little issue. Okay, so that's the voltage handled. The voltage will still be the same. Yes, the voltage will be the same, but the amperage or total max amperage will not, and then the amount of power that can be put through would not. It's a low voltage supply, you won't even feel it. Yes, but this won't kill you. The station could, in theory. Okay. Anywho. Let us... Sorry, I'm just referring back and forth a lot between different reference. Okay. Okay. Need the reference electrodes. We'll keep them on the pads for now. Give me a sec. Do it. I'm sorry. Breadboard plays a word game association. That makes me want to say charcuterie board. Oh, okay. That's fair. Adult lunchable. Yeah, that would be... Ooh, almost cut bad wire there. That would be cring. Okay, so we are going to use 3 electrodes. I have plenty of spares, so it is fine if we mess up one. I have, like, several more containers. I always keep spares of spares, you know, just in case. Just in case something goes terribly wrong. They need to make Lunchables, but good, they already do that. They're called Lunchables. Dude, I could go for some nachos. The nachos right now. Could absolutely go for that. Let's see. So we're gonna need probably direct mail wire for this guy. Let me see if we can just use a male-to-male DuPont wire, because that would be easier. If not, we're going to have to make our own wire, which is what I'm thinking. Yeah, we're going to have to make our own wire. Excellent. Okay. I think I am going to sack one of these to be able to see what type of wire's in here. Hold on. Give me a second. That's rough. 07. Yeah, 07. I could have sworn I had a spare, though. Like, literally on the desk. I just don't know where I put it. Okie dokie. Sack one of these. MTG player detected. Yeah, I'm gonna sack one of these tokens. Does anyone want to play some Mental Magic? See, you're not a nerd until you've played Mental Magic. That's how you know that you've truly, truly descended into badness. Never do that. Okay, 22. Remind me again, it's been a while. So, Mental Magic is where you play with a... You either play with a deck of cards, or you play with a... you just play purely mentally. And you get, like, 1 mana per turn. Like, you can play any card as mana. And then whatever the card, like, pips say, so, like... Like a 2 is a 2-drop, 3 is a 3-drop, and then so on and so forth, up to 10. And then jacks are 1s, queens are 2, kings are 3, aces are 1 or 11. So yeah. And then you essentially have, like, you essentially memorize every single card that's within that color, or not color, that is that cost. And then you play. But yeah. Just CMC? Yeah, CMC. But usually the game ends very quickly because people who play Mental Magic are losers who know, like, almost every infinite combo. Okay, this guy looks difficult. I'm debating what's the easier play here. Let's see. I was just about to say there's a lot of cheap combos, exactly. But that's why you, like, pitch 5 for Force of Will and stuff. Or Pact and Negation for 0. You know, there's lots of ways out. I can't tell if these are metal. Not these, but the white ones. Explain it to people that plays... Okay, listen. I played way too much Magic the Gathering in college because I'm not good at making friends, okay? And someone I knew from somewhere else played Magic, so they kind of introduced me to the game, and that's how I picked it up. I think I played every year in college. Anywho. Okay. So if I can't use DuPont, let's see if I can use... Sorry, we're just trying to think, and if you are just joining in, what we are currently trying to work on is a brain-to-chat interface. So essentially, thoughts are going to be beamed directly from my head onto Twitch chat, in theory, if everything works. Keyword, in theory. You know, there's a large percentage chance that this doesn't work. I'm not sure if you guys have figured that out already, but, yeah. I thought that was every stream. That's fair. That's fair. Listen, again, I try to... We're gonna know what... Oh, yes. Is the next project to try and beam the thoughts from chat into your brain? No. That would be actively dangerous. That would be actually actively dangerous, so no, I would not. I could probably make it, in theory. The fact that I can say I can make it, that's so disturbing, right? Like, we live in a time where it's not unreasonable to say I can make a device that but it has a little bit of whimsy. Yeah. I guess. Okay. So the problem is, essentially, if you stick this guy in, it's loose. Oh. It's loose and doesn't connect. So I am debating what the better play is here. Do we try to flood this guy with wires, or do we try to... Hold on. We already sacked this, so no biggie. I'm kind of curious if the metal will stick. Give it a moment. I can usually make things, manufacturing things using a table, vice is evil. Yeah. My stupid idea would just be fill up that space with something conductive, no idea if it's actually reliable. Yeah, so that could be an idea. There's only one wire. Did you measure the impedance or something? Listen, we measure based on vibes, okay? We measure purely on vibes here. We'll need to turn on this away from the wires. I mean, in theory, I might... I don't know. It's not really... I'm guessing they're conductive wires, or like conductive cord, but I am not 100% sure. Also, welcome in, Seabisky. Okay, hold on. There's something we can do that is easier. So what I'm gonna do, if I cut this, and then chop this part off, we should be able to do a continuity check using our... using our wires. Ever seen a spring close in a wrench? No. Okay. Multimeter, electrodes. We're gonna need alligator clips. Where do you guys find alligators? I guess just around. That's one alligator. And that's two alligators. Okie dokie. In an alley. Yeah, of course. In Florida. Dang, cold one is out of stock. Yeah, Seabisky, we got some cards. We pulled nothing good. So don't worry about it. Okay. We will make this guy ground. And then... honestly, as long as it's touching in theory, it should be fine. Okay, I need to strip a bit more here. Give me a second. What if this guy's actually not linked at all? Well, no, because it has to transfer electric charge somehow, right? I could look at, like, the patent application, because I'm sure it has that information. But that would be what's called effort, and we don't have that. Well. Okay. And then we just need to continuity check it. Yeah, 10 ohms. It is in fact real. That's kind of surprising to me. Okay, so it looks like we will be able to wire it up somehow. That means we need to figure out how to attach them. Okay, so they're electrically conductive. Small experimentation time. Small experimentation time. Gonna see if I can wrap this guy around a wire and keep the connection. Okay. Ba-ba-ba. The other end may be easier. Dude, I hope this is possible. What are we gonna do if this isn't... Oh, well, anything is possible. With enough human suffering, anything is possible. That's what I was taught. Okay. Let's go and see if we can get this together. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I cannot adjust it any further than that, guys, so I'm just kind of have to tough it out a little. Let us try. But yeah. Man, that is sure not sticking. That is sure not sticking to it. Seriously, how do people... Guys, I have an idea. I have an idea. It's a bad idea, but I have an idea. Okay, hear me out. Let me cook for a second. Let me cook. Finger twisted around. No, we're gonna use heat shrink. Let me cook. Oh, they're already kind of together. Oh, no, not entirely though. Get your marshmallows out. Listen. I mean, if you tape it tight enough together, surely, right? I trust. This is why crimp connectors exist? Okay. Just need lighter. Why are slip rings so expensive? Because they have to be machined very well, if I recall correctly. I could be wrong about that. Ask one of the machinists in chat. There are multiple. Alright. Let us see if that worked. Huh? They're non-universal. I don't know if they actually have to be machined accurately, to be honest. Oh, really? Neato mosquito. Man, we're gonna make so much progress on this project. Alright. If this works, I guess it's a viable solution, but I have a feeling it might not. But hey, maybe it does. Okay, so same thing. We're gonna do a continuity check here to see. I feel like that would be stamped. Gambate? Exactly. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I think you have to, like, bite it near the middle. There we go. Okay. Oh, peanuts. Okay, so unfortunately it did not. Well, secondary plan. Oh, hydration. I will make sure to hydrate. Thank you so much, Meridian, for the hydration check. Okay. If that's not going to work... I'm actually gonna try burning it, so I am purposely setting it on fire here. I don't think that's gonna work, though. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. One more time. Let us double check. Evil Droll. There's an Evil Droll. Oh! Hey, it works. Alright, see? We have a 50 ohm resist. That's a pretty bad resistivity. Wait, why is the resistivity on this so high? Hey, like, the resistance shouldn't be this high. This is 84 ohms. Yeah, yeah, how did we get 80? Oh, it's going down, it's going down. It's fine. Okay, so I don't think 80 ohms is fine. Okay, we're gonna have to try the other method. The other method that I can think of that is relatively simpler. How's that even possible? Ow. Let us see. Okay, if tape won't work, maybe... I was thinking maybe just stuff the sky full of, like, if we stuffed it full of wire, if that would be conductive, just possible. So instead of, like, a single DuPont wire, we could also get a bigger gauged wire, but I don't have any of those on me right now. If I had a bigger gauged wire, that would actually be the solution for sure, right? Or a smaller gauge wire? Like, you know what I mean. Like a 16 or a 14 gauge wire would fit well. Ooh, I might have some syringes. Let me double check. I might have some syringes that might work. 1 second. Okay, so that, the syringes are not gonna work. Oh. My control key is down. Apologies. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whompers. Okay. Strip 2 wires together and wrap them together to get a larger one. I have a plan. I was just going to fill it with solder and, and kind of send it. So, one moment. This is going to need to connect to a device, and it's better if it's long than if it's short. Okay, so the idea here is that we use the molten solder, and hopefully it doesn't melt the plastic. Well, it needs to be longer. One moment. Oh yes, is anyone up to anything interesting this week? Because, you know, I've had a pretty productive day, but this week itself has been a bit lackluster. I'm posting my guide for my ES phone. Oh, nice. Very cool. Yeah, no, this isn't gonna work. I can already tell you guys for a fact this is not gonna work. Okay. It's not gonna work. Okay. Coworkers are asking what we're asking what the setup is. Nice. Okay, what can we do with this? What can we do with this? 80 ohms is unacceptable for resistivity in a wire, to be perfectly honest. Like, that's not viable. We've done this before. I'm pretty sure we did just jam wires and kind of hope for the best. Hold on. Kind of just gonna melt this guy. I need to see what's... Okay, this is without a doubt toxic. Hold on. I should not be doing this. Oh well. Cancer is but a dream. Whoop. So I'm trying to expose it to see what it is underneath everything. Because surely there's got to be a... There looks to be a copper base. Give me a second. Okay, do you guys have a better idea on how to melt plastic? Because I don't. I don't have a better idea. Copper. I think this is copper. Just use 4-gauge wire. I don't have any 4-gauge wire. Okay, let's take a look. I think that's copper. Scrape it away with a knife. Acetone, maybe? I don't have any acetone. I should get acetone and hydrogen peroxide. I really should get on that. Hold on. Wait. Guys. We're missing the obvious. Guys, we're missing the obvious option here. We're missing the obvious option. We have the technology. We have the technology. Wait, guys, there's nothing in there. Hey, Sheeny, what's up? How are you doing today? Okay, I'm pretty sure this is copper, though. Because, look, I can kind of expose it. That's copper. That's clearly copper, right? Right there. By my middle finger, that's clearly copper. I just got Homer back to the hotel, Sheeny. I'm like 90% sure that's copper. Or some sort of metal. Okay, so we're going to attach to that, I think is the way that we're going to do it. So how? Dude, I'm just gonna have to, like, burn electrodes repeatedly. This is such a bad idea. Airbnb, but yeah. Oh, okay. I see. Okie dokie. We are gonna need more electrodes, because I am oh so great at this. I wonder if any of the other... a copper-like substance. Okay, what else could it be besides copper? Like, it could not be copper, I suppose. But I think it is. Perhaps... No, I don't think that is. I don't think that is the case. Okay. Okay, so I guess the idea here is that we strip it out and expose some of the copper. And... yeah... Sorry, this is gonna take a second. Use the wire stripper? I don't think the wire stripper will work. Hold on. Dude, if the wire stripper works, that would be kind of depressing. Oh. Okay, but you can clearly tell it's metal now, right? Like, that's clearly metal. Also, sorry, my fingers are messy because of the burnt heat shrink. Okay. Alright. This is easy enough. I think we can solder to this guy with no issue. Let's go ahead and see if we can. Just prep the electrodes and we'll be fine. Just prep the electrodes, prep everything else. You know, this isn't gonna take us 5 years. This is in fact only gonna take us 2 years. Who knows? Maybe if we're doing well, it will only take us a year as a treat. Okay, so it doesn't need much. Long day at work? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I feel that. I definitely feel that. That's okay, though. You know, work is over. You can take some time to debrief and, and detense up. Budget came in. It's only good for 5 hours in time scale? What? Budget came in. I'm confused. I have to do laundry, so no time for the rest. Oh. You have 5 hours where we can't afford overtime? What do you mean you can't afford overtime? I'm just kidding. Listen, until you've been staying up in the hotel lobby rapidly working on code at like 3 a.m., you have yet to live. So true, exactly. No, no, no. No, no, no. Not good. Okay, keeps getting pushed away. I think it's because the copper is not preheated enough. Give me a moment. Okay. Give me a second, guys. I wish I had a more precise soldering iron. I guess it really doesn't get much better than this. Okay. I'm getting flashbacks to repairing a firewall power supply in my hotel room right before a data center installed. And does writing code in VI and the terminal SSH app over your phone to a VPN in production server while in the car and backseat count? Yes, that counts. Alright, let's go ahead and double check this. I think this is fine. Okay, now we just need to do this for a few more electrodes and then we'll be okay. Dear gosh, that's horrifying. Are you talking about the writing in the code or the soldering job? Or both. It could be both. Yeah, that'll be fine. Yes, both. Oh, the code from the terminal? That's okay. Listen. Wait, where's the most awkward place I've coded? I mean, who hasn't coded in a server room before? That's not an awkward place, though. That's a comfy place. Need scissors. Just a few. I've coded under a bridge before. Nice. Very nice. I'm not heat shrinking this. You cannot pay me enough money to heat shrink it. Okay, there we go. Alright. Alright, so this will directly connect and should be fine. Now we just need to do this for a few more. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. We're okay. We got this. We know how to use it. We're the bestest at it. One time I had a... What sort of delight are we working on now? Welcome in, goblins. So we are trying to work on a brain-to-chat interface using electrodes to communicate with Twitch chat through my thoughts. Right now we are soldering some electrodes because that seems like a good idea. So, you know, just the standard stuff. Okay, just because we said it was a little bit of heat shrink, okay? It was a little bit of heat shrink. A little bit of heat shrink as a treat, you know? Just a little bit as a treat. I'm feeling sick. Setting heat shrink on fire seems... Were you using a lighter? I was using a lighter. Ma'am, you almost pulled the fire extinguisher on. Okay, listen, just because I might have almost pulled the fire extinguisher does not mean that I pulled the fire extinguisher. Just because my hands are still sooty from the fire does not mean that we ran into any issues, okay? Goblins does not need to know this stuff, guys, okay? So goblins, we were perfect. Nothing went wrong. Absolutely nothing went wrong. Okay? Gosh, I wonder if I could just crimp this guy. Hold on. No, 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 no. Wait, is the clip actually not working, by the way? Red tube definitely did not turn yellow. Okay. I'm wondering if I can just crimp this. Hold on. Give me a second. I need to get, like, a network cable. Sparks is gonna have a day with this VOD. Sparks won't have a day. No, the clip works. Okay. Crimping is not gonna work. Okay, I'm gonna have to solder it. Also, I'd love to see Sparks solder this. You know, I don't think there are any guides on how to do this. You know? We are just like... Listen, we are the pioneers, okay? We are paving the Oregon Trail right now. And by Oregon, I do mean body Oregon. Okay? Listen. And we may die of dysentery along the way. We may, like, have a few people. We may have a few people that drown in the river of solder that we create. But it's okay. We are going to get to the working version of this, one way or another. Okay? Okay. Hype man speech over. I just need to tell myself that it's gonna be okay. Okay. Yeah, with enough solder, everything is possible. Grinder and paint makes us a welder. We are not. You say that, but we are the best, okay? We are the champions, okay? How do these sensors work? So the way that the sensors work is that they're going to measure an electrical potential in, was the heat gun not working or just feeling adventurous? I don't actually have a heat gun. I should probably get one. Then again, honestly, I haven't used heat shrink before this. This would be the first time that I needed a heat gun. Maybe I'll get a heat gun. But the way that the sensors work, or should work, is that they measure a difference in electrical potential whenever you move a muscle. So whenever you're moving a muscle, you know how electricity is essentially communicating the signal, right? So if you have a reference point, or a point that's not undergoing any change in voltage, or like you're not essentially flexing that muscle, it is a good reference. And then you compare it across a muscle group. So what you should probably try to visualize is, wow, my arms are so pale. Sorry. Okay. So like, as you flex this, like across goes a signal that's able to be read. Or that, like, an electrical potential difference. So if you can, like, kind of see, like, my tendon, like, okay? So it's like that. So if you measure it from here to here, you will actually get a voltage difference. And then essentially, as long as you have a third point, aka like your elbow or like your earlobe or anything that's not like directly connected to muscle, you are then able to get the voltage difference or how hard you're actually flexing. With that information, if you place these electrodes right, you should be able to communicate with Twitch. And I'm aware this sounds like question mark profit. And you guys are just gonna have to believe me, you know? Alright, next. Exactly. This sounds very interesting. Yeah, this is why we're a scientist, okay? We are the best scientists in the history of scientists. I believe. Good. I'm glad that you believe. You need to believe in something in this world, and you should believe in me. Skinistic? The sky's the limit? Scientist. Oh, scientist. Okay. As long as you document it as science. And we're recording right now, okay? So when the people go through the post-mortem of like, hey, why didn't this work? In some class, they'll be like, oh yeah, this was a bad idea. I've heard if you hit your elbow in a certain way, your elbows... I heard that if you hit your elbow in a certain way, your arm contracts and without wires. Yes, that's true. But again, we aren't putting an electrical impulse through, right? What we are doing is we're measuring the voltage. We're not applying a voltage. So applying the voltage would be like what we did for the Chatatui. It would be similar to that. Putting electricity... Listen, it wouldn't be the first time A squared. Dude, we're getting better at this. We're low-key kind of getting better at this. Okay. This is almost doable. I'm here now. Welcome in, SFP Pickett Museum. We can have electrotherapy if you want. Surrender upon me your shoes. Why? You know, I was like... Okay, so I was like 5% tempted just to like randomly put a shoe on the desk and be like, okay, the shoe is surrendered. Now what do you want? Just to see what would happen. Just to see what your next line was. You know, like that dialogue that you never pick. I wanted to see what dialogue it was going to be. Also, dude, it's not fair. Okay, the floor keeps leaking all over the lab and glue everywhere. It's not great. It's not great, man. You gotta commit to the bit. I mean, that was not me. My husband stole my phone. What? Did your nerves not hurt after Chatatouille? I actually got bruises. So Meridian, I actually got bruises from it. Because of just like, I don't want to say like the violence of it, but the violence of it. So yes and no. It wasn't too bad, obviously. It, like, I wouldn't have done it if it was, like, obviously hurting. But, like, I had bruises. I wonder if I took a picture. I may have taken a picture. I don't know. I'll share it if I did. But, like, it wasn't bad. Violence on Twitch, the poor viewers, exactly. Like, a paper cut, in my opinion, would be worse than, like, the bruises. Because I bruise very easily. You know. As all the nerds say, I actually bruise very easily. Please don't push me in the locker. That's me. Just pale people things. Listen, okay. Wait, is that actually an acceptable solder joint? Guys, look at that. That is actually acceptable. Whoop. That's actually acceptable. I feel the same way. It's like an interface with my sense of touch. Yeah. The tape. Okay. Plop, 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 plop. Okay. I feel the same way. It's like I have an interface with my sense of touch. Nice. Ooh. Again, nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with it, just like something that I live with. Also, it's just easier to bruise, I think. Like, I've always bruised easily. You mean to tell me all these joints are soldered? Yes, they should be. I hope they are. If not, we're in trouble, but that's why I'm doing an extra one or two. So we need a minimum of 3. I'm going to do 5. You know, 60% pass rate is pretty good, right? That's a D. That's a D for do not pass this class, but, you know, in our world, it's pretty good. Ori, did you know that electric convulsion therapy exists where it literally... Yes, that's only certain types of depression, though, and it doesn't work 100% of the time, if I recall correctly. Though it's been a while since I've studied that exact form of treatment. Where is the... How was your day? Any dolphin shenanigans? Luckily... Yeah, it's sometimes successful. It is sometimes successful. Like, not to discount it, it is sometimes successful. My day was productive, but, not really much else. To be perfectly blunt, I was not feeling great, so, you know, as one does. Kind of just suffer through it. Okay, there we go. I would never have thought that inducing seizures with electrical shock would be useful. Yeah, everything dolphins do is dolphin shenanigans, I think. Yeah, exactly, guys. I'm just always doing shenanigans. Suffering is the key to success. Exactly. Exactly. Listen, if they don't lock you in a room where you have to hug yourself for hours, and, or where you wear, like, a nice white coat and a nice rubber, or not rubber room, I mean, a white room with a, with white flooring that's nice and soft, you know, and then the walls attack you, like, that would be crazy. Anyways. Everyone likes a nice permanent hug. Dude, it's pretty nice, okay? Transcranial stimulation. Crazy, yes. I'm not crazy. I just work... Hi. I'm not crazy. I promise. I'm a say-so. Or, well, actually... Can I be a say-so streamer and crazy at the same time? I think that's fine. The walls attacked as well? No, okay. The walls don't attack me, okay, guys? The floors attack me. Wait, am I able to show you? Of course you can. Okay. Okay. You know, I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. I'm just kind of suffering through this right now. The attack of the floors. No, okay, so the floors, like, attack me with, like, white glue, water stuff. I promise that's not meant to be sus, but, like, that is what it actually is. And, yeah. 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 Or wait, hold on. Oh, wait. 20 seconds, guys. 20 seconds. Okay, hello? Okay. Okay. See, like... Okay, so, like, it's a boot, but, like, see, like, the white, like, this stuff? And this is how high it, like, just randomly attacks you. But yeah, it's, like, it gets that, like, high up. I swear it actually happens. Like, I promise I'm not making this up. It just, like, randomly spurts out and attacks you. You get used to it, though. What? Looks like pain, honestly? Yeah, but I don't think it's actually attacking you. Yeah, but it's... What? Listen, I try, okay? Anyways. Let's just get this guy soldered and move on with our lives. Shoot it, yeah. I'd stop wearing nice shoes to work the second that stopped happening. Yeah, but I run. The problem is like your shoes get sticky and they get worn down after like just a few months. So like you have to constantly keep replacing them. It's annoying. So it's either that or you have some absolutely rank shoes. Take your poison, or pick your poison. Okay. Looks good. I think that's fine. That's good. Oh, dude, I want to get some steel-toed boots. That would be so useful. Because I am a total klutz. Everyone needs a good pair of work boots. Exactly. I just wear those boots. Okay, kind of sounds weird. But I wear, like... Okay, it's just, like, a thing that me and, like, one of my coworkers started. Me and a handful of coworkers. But, We dress up we dress up formally on Fridays, and we call it Formal Fridays, and we wear formal clothes on Fridays, and then I usually, formally Fridays, yeah. Anyways, I end up using those boots quite often for, like, dresses and stuff. Anyway. Let us get this going in. Like black tie. Formerly Fridays, exactly. Like black tie? No, like... somewhere between, like... business formal and business casual. Like... so it's like in between. It's in between. It's in between. It's in between, guys. Okay. Pour one out for our electrode friend that just died. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Trying to salvage it. I don't think we can salvage it. Yeah, no, we're not going to be able to salvage it. That's such a waste of material. Let me try. Oh, I'm going to try. Just a bit longer. Okay. There we go. Oh, hey, welcome back, Sheeny. Welcome back, SFC Picket. You missed the shoes. You did, in fact, miss the shoes, because I had to show that I was not crazy, and that the floors do, in fact, attack me. I clipped it. Please don't tell me you actually clipped that. Bro, you wouldn't actually clip that, right? You wouldn't go on the internet and clip VTubers, right? Anyways. Let us get this guy touched. You wouldn't clip a car, exactly. You wouldn't clip a VTuber's shoe. Wait, okay, sure. No, I'm not even gonna put that idea in y'all's head, so never mind. Okay, there we go. Okay. Don't judge me, it's not like that. Uh-huh. 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 People on the internet are definitely so normal about VTubers. Wait, did I actually... Guys, wait, did I actually do something bad? Wait, did I actually do something bad? By showing, like, a boot? Surely not, right? Okay, oh no, you're fine, okay. I was worried there for a minute. But there are weirdos. It can be a meme, but now you're good. Okay. Okay, looking good. Alright, I think that will be all the electrodes that we'll need. Or should need. Let me just strip this guy out. So, 5 electrodes. We should only need 3 in practice. And then I just need to tape this guy over, strip some, and be done with it. Okie dokie. Easy enough, right guys? Right guys? Easy. Oh, I need to swap out my camera battery. One moment. That's okay. Camera battery dies every 2 hours, unfortunately. I was supposed to figure out a solution for that, besides just using multiple batteries. Hippity hoppity. There you go. Hippity hoppity. It came back on. Inverter into a bank. Realistically, I could make a solution for it. I just haven't gotten around to it. I find it difficult to, difficult. Okay. Let us see what to do. Just need to strip this guy. Strip the rest as well. I only stripped it on one end, so I have to strip it on both. Okay, and I think that's everyone. They're not horrible blobs. Thank you. I work very hard. I work very hard to make passable electronics. That is my ninja way. Also, sorry, I'm kind of like delirious. So if I'm saying some out-of-pocket stuff, I apologize. Okay. I accidentally killed the music yet again, but that's just because I'm so skilled with it. Nodders. 1 second. Okie dokie. Hi Delirious, I'm Dubwobos. Okay. It can be a stream project, so no motivational conflict. That's true. Building a rectified power supply to replace the camera battery. I mean, yeah. No, I agree. That could totally be normal. Honestly, there are a million solutions to this. And then you said, I left the stream for a bit and found out you had a fire already today? Yes, that's correct, Crow. A fire? What fire? See, Topocato? I like you. I like you. I like you. I bet you were that... you were the homie who would back the blatant lies up. Anyways. It's fine, that's fine, and that's fine. Okay, so those are all of our electrodes. Now, what else can we do? We are almost at stream end. I guess we'll just do a bit of the circuitry. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna have a small, like, I have a small aneurysm if I can't adjust something real quick. It's easier to do it immediately after. I just wanted to pop off the solder. Okay. Let's see. We need to do some of the circuitry. Okay. Apologies. There we go. Okay. So we have our operational amplifiers. We have our voltage source. Voltage source is going to be soldered in. That is fine. In addition, we are going to need our electrodes and our signals. So those are going to be used as our inputs. So we should have a reference to ground, which we'll call this guy our ground. Or actually, not this guy, but... Okay, so essentially what we'll do is we will have a reference ground. She started dual-wielding screwdrivers and I was intimidated. What? Wait, do you guys never do, like... Hold on. I'm gonna, like... Do you guys never do, like, this? Or, like, that? Or, okay. There's one thing I did want to bring up. Sorry, I'm just scatterbrained today. Okay. When you guys see a drill... When you guys see a drill, you immediately... Right? Like, immediately. To make sure it works, right? Always twice. Right? Step bit. Oh, yeah, we have step bits now. They actually came in handy. And yes for battery check. Okay, yeah. Always twice. See, okay, everyone who answered yes to that question, you are certified G. Certified G. Okay. Certified G. Anyways. If you have tongs, I don't have any tongs. Hello, Trilly. My drill is messed up and can only fire once every time I connect the battery, so no. Oh, that's rough. And you gotta make sure the tongs work too. Well, I don't know about that one. Anyways, so electrode. So we have our ground. Okay. Let us get this guy wired. Okay. So essentially, we're going to need to take this as a reference and plug it into both of our op amps. Probably both of our op amps and yeah, we'll use jumpers. Okay. Maybe the blues or the greens. Yeah, I think the greens will be the best fit. Give me a second. Green, orange. Okay. Okie dokie. Oh. Are you sure that it's not the drill's battery itself having too much to be unable to hold too much charge? I mean, I have multiple batteries, but I think... What? Oh, what's wrong, A squared? Did I say something inappropriate? I would apologize if I did. I'm not intending to. What does the crack open pack redeemer do? I crack open a pack of Pokemon cards live on stream. That's what it does. Okay, so we have our reference ground, which is going to be connected to... Oh, so we can bankrupt you. No, it's only once a day. It's only once a day. Or once a stream. Dude, I'm gonna have to buy more packs, so if you guys keep redeeming it like every day, or every stream, we are. Reference ground, voltage. So ground, and then we'll need one more over here. Okay. So no beer? Oh, no. Dude, I think I've said this before, but I'm a very good noodle. I've never drank alcohol, I've never done drugs, I've never smoked, besides, like, fake little cigarettes that you like, roll up and pretend you're smoking to be cool. I stopped that, though. But yeah, you know. I'm pretty gangster. I'm pretty gangster. Ooh. kicked your fake smoking habit? Yes, I did. Wait, a tech person that isn't on Adderall? Wait, are tech people usually on Adderall? Okay. Next would be the actual sensors. So actual sensors, yes, yes. Okay, I did not know that. Okay, so the idea here is that we have one set of our sensors, and then each one of these are going to be connected. I believe it's the top. Let me double check. Yeah, it's this guy. Okay, and bottom needs to be a bit bigger. I don't drink anything either, which is funny to bring up. All my coworkers got surprised when I'm not an alcoholic. Yeah, exactly. I just cope with existential dread, like everyone else. Okay. So we have our positive inputs, ground, there, and then we just need to hook this guy up, and then we'll be good. And we do need 3. Actually, no. Yeah, we'll plug in a 3rd just in case if we need the electrode. Okay. I think this will leave us at pretty good striking range. So the way that this circuit is supposed to work is it's supposed to be an operational amplifier op-amp. So we'll have to add some resistors and some other stuff. But essentially what we are going to do is we are going to use a reference on like our ear or our elbow or something, and then we are going to measure different electrical potentials across different things whenever we flex our brain by thinking, and that should, in theory, be able to be picked up. So I think this is where we are going to call it for now. I'm pretty happy where we ended up. So, yar. I will be streaming again on Friday, and I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Is there anyone you guys would like to raid today? Absolutely anyone. Maybe Shumimi because we're doing stuff with Brain. Perhaps. Electrical Brain to chat interface. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, that's the raid message. We are going to go ahead and raid over to Shumimi. Copy message, please. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for being here. It's always very, very, very appreciated. Thank you so much for following our Panda Sense. I hope you guys have a good evening, afternoon, and night. And in case I don't see ya, you know, again, yeah. Thank you so much for being here today, guys. I really appreciate it. Yeah, have a very good evening. Okay, bye, bye. Oh, I'll be in Discord briefly after, too. Yep.